Hello parents. I'd like to thank you firstly for all the support you've given the school and all of the teachers over the last few months. I know it's been a very testing time for lots of families and a very difficult period of everybody's life. As you're aware, the government are asking us to come back to school for reception, year 1 and year 6. The purpose of this video is to explain some of the things we're putting in place to make sure your children are as safe as they can possibly be. In order to ensure that the children and the community are as safe as possible, we need you to work with us as you have been over the last few months. One of the things that we're asking you to do is to book a place for your children. We'll be phoning you throughout this week to find out whether you intend to bring your children, and appreciate you might change your mind. But we do ask that you give us 2 days' notice. That means then we can organise the classrooms and make sure that the groups aren't too big for children so that social distancing can take place. So please don't just come to school and expect your child to have a place here. We need to plan properly for them. To ensure the children are as safe as possible when they're coming into school and leaving schools, we'll have different times for children to come. So a time for reception, a time for year 1 and a time for year 6. And Mrs. Woodward will explain what those times are and which entrances you will use. Unfortunately, we won't be able to take children off you as we may have done with reception children who were perhaps a little bit reluctant in the past. Your children have to willingly walk into school because we won't be able to handle them with you. It's very important that the children come in fresh, clean clothes every day. And we know you might not have enough uniform. So it's fine for your children to come in their normal clothes or their school uniform as long as they're clean, fresh clothes. But please be sensible. Those clothes need to be able to be worn in the playground, to play games, to play sport. So no party clothes, flip-flops, silly shoes. Please come in sensible, comfortable, clean, fresh clothes. All children in reception in year 1 will have their universal free school meal. So they'll have a meal in school. In year 6, if you're entitled to free school meals, you'll have a free school lunch. You can either choose to book a hot dinner or you can bring a packed lunch. You'll just need to let the office know. And when we phone you and ask you about whether your child's coming in, you can let us know. There'll be no milk or fruit in Key Stage 1, just at the moment, or toast in year 6, just while we let things settle down. So it'll be really important that your child brings their very own water bottle with their name on it, and you can get them from local shops. That should be taken home, washed and cleaned every night, and brought back the next day full of water, because we won't be using the water fountains. As you're aware, we've given out lots of laptops to children while they've been at home with their online learning. Every child who comes back to school needs to bring that laptop back with them. That's very important because they'll be using that laptop while they're in school. To ensure that everybody remains safe, the children, the teachers, the community, as safe as possible, we need to make sure we're working together. You must follow the rules and regulations that are put in place by the school. Please do not come to the office. If you want to speak to a member of staff, you need to ring the office and make an appointment. That is vital. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter.
In order to make school as safe as possible for children, staff and parents, there are new ways of working that we all have to get used to. We ask that everyone is patient and understanding and be willing to follow the new procedures. You must stick to the drop-off and collection times for your child's class. Year 6, 8:30 to 2:45, Year 1, 8:45 to 3 and reception 9 to 3:15. Reception and Year 1 parents can enter the infant playground as usual, but you need to stay in your family group. In the playground there will be barriers and we're asking that parents don't cross these points. At the moment, parents can't go into classrooms. A member of staff will be waiting to guide your child into school. Parents will then need to leave through a different exit. At the end of the school day, you'll collect your child in the same way. If you need to speak to a teacher, please telephone the school office to arrange a telephone meeting. Year 6 children need to arrive by the back gate of the Key Stage 2 playground. Parents must not enter the playground in the morning. The teachers will be waiting to welcome the children back and to guide them into school. At the end of the school day, you can collect your child from the playground if they're not walking home by themselves, but parents mustn't cross the barrier and exit from the white road gate. To keep the corridors clear, please don't send your child in with a bag unless they usually have a packed lunch. Stay watching for more information from reception Year 1 and Year 6 teachers.
Hello, it's Miss Samad here. So in the morning, when you bring your children to school, you will be coming through the small gate which is next to the office. You'll walk all the way down to reception playground where your child's class teacher will be waiting for them. You must remember that you cannot pass this barrier. You will wait on this side. Once your child has been taken in by the class teacher, you cannot leave the school the same way you came in. You have to leave the school using the small gate right at the end of the reception playground. At the end of the day, when it's time for you to collect your children, you must remember to wait next to one of these cones. Your child's teacher will make sure that as soon as it's your turn to take your child, they will send the child to you. Once collected, the children will be leaving with you using the same exit. Remember that you must respect social distancing at all times to keep yourself and the children safe.
Hello reception, Miss Elson here. When you come to school, you don't need to wear a school uniform, but you must wear clean clothes every day. You also don't need to bring your book bag or your PE kit, but you must bring a water bottle with your name on it, one that looks like this.
Hello children, Mrs Evans here. When your children come back to school, they'll be in a small group with a key worker. We've minimised the amounts of resources so that we can keep them clean. They'll be with their key worker for a rotated playtime and a rotated lunchtime to keep them safe.
Hello Year 1, we hope you're all well.
In this video we're going to show you what school's going to be like when you come back.
We'll start off by showing you what happens at the beginning of the day.
When you come into school, you're going to enter by the Year 2 doors.
So when you come into school, you will first use the hand sanitizer to sanitize your hands.
You'll notice around the school markings marking 2 metres apart from each other. When you're lining up to go anywhere around the school, you need to stand on these markings.
When you come into school, you'll be in a classroom. It might be your own classroom or it might be with the Year 2 classroom, and there will only be 8 children in each room, and you'll stay in that room all of the time.
So when you come into school, you will have your own desk, and you need to remember to bring in your own water bottle. You will have your own pot with your pencil crayons and your glue sticks, which you will not share with anybody else. You will have all of your books and your apparatus to help you with your learning, which you shouldn't be sharing with anybody else.
You might not be with your normal class teacher. It might be another teacher from Montgomery School teaching you.
If you need to go to the toilet, then we'll make sure there's nobody else in here. And of course, after you've been, make sure you wash your hands for 20 seconds thoroughly before you leave.
So when you have playtime, you will come outside into our normal playground, but you will only have playtime with the group of 8 children that you are with, and you will play with those children.
At home time, your parents will stand on the spots behind the barrier and wait for you. And when you see your parents, you will walk all the way down along the barrier to the end and out that way past Grayson School.
Hello Year 6, I hope you're all okay. We're here in school to make a quick video for you to show you what a typical day will be like if your parents choose to send you back on the 1st of June. You're going to be working in groups of 8 at all times, so when you come in through the school gate, a teacher will be waiting for you next to one of these cones. They'll call your name and you need to come and line up behind it, remembering to keep your 2-metre distance between you and your friends. As normal, you'll come through this door in your group of 8.
When you come inside, you'll notice there are dots on the floor, there to help you keep your 2 metres job, wash your hands. Everybody must bring in a full water bottle that stays on your desk all day. So you'll notice my classroom looks a little bit different. All your classrooms have been changed around to make sure that all stay far apart. You will all get your own table with your own equipment, and this is where you will stay to work the rest of the day. We're going to keep our mornings as normal as possible, doing some reading, writing and maths work.
To ensure that we keep our corridors clear, we're going to ask you not to bring any bags in unless it is your packed lunch. Another one of the changes that we're going to make is that we're going to ensure this corridor is a one-way system. You will only be able to walk down this corridor. We will ensure that you have lots of breaks throughout the day, and whenever we leave the building, we will leave from the Year 3 exit. You'll be happy to know that school have decided that you do not need to wear your school uniform. Every day you will need to wear some clean clothes that you're happy to do PE in. One last thing, if you are returning to school, please make sure that your parents are prepared for you to bring back your Chromebooks. However, if you are continuing to learn at home, then you can keep your Chromebooks because you will be expected to log on every day as usual. So we hope that we see you all soon, and I hope that you're keeping safe as well. Bye! Bye Year 6!